Another round, powered by Stanbic Bank.
And every time we have had that discussion, someone says that, Marcus, you people, as if I'm the one who runs the government and as if I'm the one who steals the money. I'm not.
But you know what the funny thing is?
Yeah.
You look like you run the government.
Yeah, whatever, man.
You have that look.
Whatever, man. And that's the thing. Just because it's coming from me, and then you say you guys have a certain look and you fit the profile, therefore you're one of them.
No, but it's everybody. It's actually everybody. Yeah. Regardless as to how you look, it is.
Do you know that if a guy today, you Gaetano, you get money from whichever method, and you go to the Karungu 9, with all your money, and you stand, because you've made a lot of money, and you stand for MP, you will get it.
Probably.
And even if you tell them, I stole this money, you will get it.
Probably.
So really, who is the problem? Think about it. Think about who
we are the problem.
I thank you.
Not you.
Not you who are stolen. No. Not whether everybody. All Ugandans are the problem. And that's the only way corruption will end. Don't say Gaetano is a thief, therefore you should know. Gaetano, all this money that he's being elevated because that money that he's now spending around, everybody wants a piece of it.
That's right. No, you're right.
There was a lady in Kenya who wrote a book called "It's My Time to Eat."
I've read it.
It's our time to eat.
It's our time to eat.
Whoever you put
and
there,
they actually even banned the book for a minute, but now it's of course
it's illegal.
It's there.
But yeah, it doesn't matter who you put. It's our time to. Anybody you put there.
Here's your question, seriously. Would you eat if you were put there? Would you eat?
I don't know. I think circumstances change, though. For real. Like, to be honest, I can't say yes, no now. But when the circumstances present itself, then you make that decision. But option A, no. But when you're in a tight corner, who knows?
Yeah.
I might be all high and mighty and thou, and then he's wondering, hey, this guy, by the way, I'd called this guy.
Who's this?
Yeah. Some guy is, let me find. Hello? Yes, Chief. Hey, you're outside? Okay, let me come. Let me get you a guy. Hold on. Nikwida, buti. Nikwida.
But Marcus. Just a thief and a liar. But then we're so good. Omar, my boss.
Yes, please.
I think we're still okay. We've cleared the bill now. We're good with you. You have the machine, so you're okay.
I have it.
Fantastic. Good. There can be anyone, no sure. But would you also eat dimes?
I do.
You do?
I do.
You do. Not that you will, but you do.
I do eat.
We eat dimes. Let me introduce you to this gentleman over here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, guy.
How are you?
Fine away.
Very well indeed.
Good.
This gentleman is called Mr. Okello Okuna.
Okello Okuna.
Yeah. Okello Okuna is a good
Okello, how are you?
Meeting you too. I'm
Pleasure.
good.
What can I get you, sir?
Get me. You can get me Tascama.
Tusker malt.
Please grab a seat. Please grab a seat. You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome.
Welcome.
Any friend of Marcus is a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, those things.
I called Okello much earlier because there's something I read and I realized you and I can't have the discussion without calling somebody who is more organized.
Okay.
Because first of all, you're a liar and a thief, you Gaetano. So everything you say is just rubbish. So I realized this discussion needs to be had by somebody more organized.
Okay, what is this?
So there was a bill that was passed sometime last week. I think a week ago.
Sorry?
Where are you from, Mr. Okello?
I'm from Gulu.
From Gulu.
Yes.
So the bill was saying that I don't know if you heard about it. Receptions need to be banned. Wedding receptions.
Hey,
There was you read that thing.
I read it.
That wedding receptions need to be banned and there needs to be put a limit on bride price. And they were saying, the bill is very clear. The money you spend on a reception, actually, from church, after you've exchanged your vows, go straight home. That money you're going to spend on a reception, 60, 70, 20, 30, 40, 40 million, go and start a home. Go and start a biashara, go and start on income generating things. Go and start something with your lives. Don't waste that money feeding 200, 300, 400, 1,000 people, getting them drunk.
Oh, yeah, I read that. It was quite insightful. I don't know, and that's...
And the thing that I loved most about it is even bride price, because that is a deal breaker these days. Because they come and tell you, Gaetano, we need 17 cows. If you can't get the 17 cows, walk the hell out. So, and we're saying that some of these things, who sets the bar? Who sets the price? Who says 17 in this family is different from 5 in the other? Like, you know what I mean? There's no SI unit. It's based on how the guy, whoever the negotiator is feeling at the time. So that's why I called him my guy.
That's why you called him.
So you have done a couple of these negotiations. Let's start with bride price first. You've done a couple of them before.
Around 4 so far.
Around 4.
Yes.
First of all, what's the culture like in northern Uganda?
In northern Uganda, initially, it was a free thing. Because assessment would be made after a guy requesting for the bride's family. That now I feel I'm ready, you can bring me assessments and they would do something. But currently, as we talk, I now reduce it to a betting mentality.
Are you
When
serious?
you look- betting.
I like online betting.
Completely, somebody now sees what am I getting from the other family. Okay. When
When
you look,
And they first go and assess the wealth level of that family.
of course, they talk to the woman.
Yeah.
How is this guy? Where does he come from? How are the people around him? Now, when you look at the assessment letters right now, I equate them to admission letters at school.
What do you mean?
Requirement this, requirement that, a lot of things.
As in somebody's applying.
Yeah. They
Completely a different thing altogether. And the costs attached to it is really enormous. And this one has really affected a lot. And how I look at the cultural institutions, if they could come in, suggest there is some basics. We put aside school, because now when a lady has gone to campus, they also equate. As if you are giving employment.
Yeah.
Okay?
If they have a master's, you are finished.
You're finished.
Wait, so the level of education
Yeah.
will
Doubles.
automatically...
will double. A case in point is our deputy speaker of parliament.
Hey.
The gentleman paid a 50 million shillings. And now they haven't applied for a divorce.
The divorce, yes.
I think that's not worked.
So as somebody who is about to get married, obviously I've got to think about, my bride. I've got to think about her family. I've got to think about my family. The tradition is I must pay bride price. Now you're saying that one is being equated like an application for school. What can I get out of it? Fine, be that as it may.
Yes.
Now, me, I'm going forward. I'm saying I must have a reception. I must pay bride price. Have a reception. I must have a party. Then I can enjoy my wedding. People must come and be with me. That's you're saying is going to be changing.
What they are hoping to do is to change it.
Is that right? They're changing our culture.
It is quite right, because Gaetano, you look at the kind of people they always invite. When you go for these traditional wedding marriage meetings, they even bring a bottle of soda. It is sold at 5,000, even 10,000. People are being forced to buy. Now, a guy goes there for this meeting today, and tomorrow will not even come back. He's even now bringing social unrest among us, especially the guys, because he's always now forceful. The two, marriage is between the two. When we look at bride prices, giving an appreciation to the girl's family, okay? Now, if I'm to pay something, I should not be forced. Like for us in the
It
north,
should be within your means.
within my means. And for us in the north, you can put it into different installments. You don't do at once. You can look at maybe 60% of it, you clear. And it has also helped to check the behavior of the bride. Because she knows very well that nothing has been finished yet.
I got a story. Someone called me it was a while ago, and he said that it was actually on radio, and the guy said that he went for a function, an Acholi woman, and they asked for.
Actually, women are very beautiful.
Yes,
They
we
asked
have
for
very beautiful wives.
17 cows, 17 goats, and 17 million.
17.
17.
And if you have a child out of wedlock, every child you have is 1 million shillings.
Yes.
Or a cow.
Okay. So, but the guy told me it's 1 million shillings. Now, they went and they started negotiations. There are two things that amazed me about that story. Number one, that negotiation happens the night before the function. Friday night. So you've driven from Kampala the whole day, you get there, at about 6 p.m., you go there. While that is happening, they don't give you water, soda,
Nothing.
food, nothing.
You are just there for
Talking until the negotiations are
You
done.
just got
Marusu just-
here.
That's number one. Number two, and for me, this is where they blew me away. The guy who is in charge of the negotiations is not a relative. He does not know the family.
He's a stranger.
He is a businessman. He has been given KPIs. We want 17 goats, 17 cows, and 17 million.
This is your objective.
This is your
Get us
objective.
this.
I thank you, and they walk away. The other guy does not know you. Simanya district, these two love each other. What they don't care.
Has that ever happened to you?
It's a business transaction.
Have you ever become in as a businessman in that sense?
I don't know if
Because
this is true.
you say-
The guy who called me told that story on radio, and I said, "What?"
It is not. Maybe the current trend, because
For you, you've known the families. For all of the functions you've done.
I've been.
You've known the
for all
families.
years I've known the family.
Yes,
And I would always put the interest of the bride and the groom
Before everything.
before
Yeah.
everything. And
Which is what it should be.
yes, because there should be a preliminary survey of everything that is going to be brought from the other side, because the girl will also come and tell you, the family members, that these people are organized like ABCD. Now, the challenge will be, because these people whom they always hire as negotiators with the chairman, they come with different interests.
They have another agenda altogether.
They are
For them,
businessmen.
it's I've signed.
It's like he's going to be paid a percentage of what he did.
Yes.
Because you will get something at the end of the day.
Like if I bring 4 million as when I was supposed to bring 17, my money is going to reduce. So my job is to get as much from these guys as possible.
So at the end of the day, this so-called bill that they want, well, the bill that has said that this is what we want to remove. Let's get rid of this so-called after-party things and what
And reception things and everything.
reception things. Let's get out of the way. You go get married, go home to your house, sit down and start raising your family.
I thank you.
That is
That's the way.
All that money you are going to spend, use it for that.
Right. Now, should young people be doing this? Because as we're married, we've done all these things, we've managed, but man, cost of living has gone up, boss.
very, very high every other day.
Hey.
Now, because marriage is between the two,
That's what people forget.
what we only see there is a celebration of marriage. Now, in most cases, we make these celebrations more colorful than the
Then the
marriage.
marriage. The wedding becomes more important
Very
than
important.
the marriage.
Then these people are taken in fleets of vehicles. He does not even have one. He's not even planning in the next 2 years.
He finishes, he goes in a fleet of cars. From there, he jumps in a taxi to go home.
So tomorrow he has to begin from zero. But how I wish
And 9 times out of 10 is in debt
completely.
But you guys,
Even some are now borrowing money from financial
institutions to
but
do
guys,
reception.
you have to remember this is one of the most important days of your life. You have to make it memorable. You have to have family members there to share in that moment of happiness. Now, if you do away with that, what then is a marriage?
It's you and
How is
madam.
Guy, you can only bite what you can chew. You should not over swallow something. Because if you're looking at the reception, then you look at the economic aspect of your families tomorrow. It is good. In our life, we have 4 stages. There's birth, there is that graduation, after graduation, then marriage, and death.
And death.
Hey, you will go back. But now, all these stages are very important. Now, if you don't celebrate your marriage, does it make you less of a man?
Does it make you less married?
No, it does not make you.
Does it mean the wife, you don't love the wife?
So the only thing is, at the end of the day, a woman needs financial security. If you give a very good wedding, and tomorrow the hope is not there in life, she'll walk away.
So, here I am, Gaetano. I'm about to get married. I walk in. Is it better to go for civil
AG's office.
ages office? Pa, 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 pa.
Finished. Go home or
My parents, perhaps my parents and her parents,
take them for lunch.
and maybe brother, sister, maybe. Take them for lunch, you sit, we make merry, chigwe. Is that how I start my life with my new family?
That is not a traditional
Come on,
way of
guys.
marriage as well.
Come on, guys, that's wrong.
Because even in African setting, you will get to civil marriage after coming home. The other one is just to give you a paper to sanctify that this person is fully what? Married. Leave alone wedding.
Okay,
Yes.
I can afford it. I should. I should be able to invite as many people as I want.
If you can.
If I can. But I should not put the burden on
The people.
the people. But they're my
the
family.
people-
The people, these are my family. I should put the burden on them because that is what family is all about.
No.
They're about being together.
It's not about burden.
Come on, guys.
For an event that's going to last 3-6 hours and then keep you in
So
financial
what? So
distress.
what? This is the beginning of a journey, Marcus. This is what you're forgetting.
Yes, I
Together with
agree.
the family. I should be allowed
But
to
begin the journey in debt?
You don't need to. And
Begin
even
the
now,
journey with problems?
the
Why?
current- the
What kind of
current
journey is
trend,
that?
Like for us in the north, the traditional marriage is solely incumbent upon the family members. But what I'm seeing right now, they're even having meetings for traditional marriage. People begin to contribute.
Wedding meetings for Kwanjula. I've failed to
for
understand
Kwanjula.
that.
Today they do Kwanjula, tomorrow.
Can you imagine that
wedding.
nonsense? But because to family definitely going to Kwanjula. Now if you're having wedding meetings for Kwanjula, you're going to start wedding meetings for baptism parties.
For serious.
I'm going to slap someone
And
by the
failure to contribute.
Is taboo.
When you're invited, the next day the groom or the bride may not even talk to you.
You guys are saying all of these things, but you have to remember one thing, and maybe you can help me on this. I don't know, Okello.
Yes.
They are different cultures, but all the cultures are groomed towards one thing, that kind of function. Does it vary or change, or is it all the same around, from north to south to east to west?
I've looked at the central and the west. Central initially, Kwanjula was very simple. Gaetano, you put on your kanzu, Kanzu is always there in your house.
Looking very handsome.
You carry cultural crops. Matoke, mutungulu, nyanya.
Simple things.
Whatever. Simple. But currently, people are carrying beds. People are carrying fridges.
A whole house.
A whole house.
Vehicles.
That is the betting mentality. Now I don't want. Because now they look at the social kind of trend or the kind of people you're going to invite to your meetings. What are they bringing? So you invest so much. Now when they don't bring this thing, you are disappointed.
Yeah. You know, the Beat FM did that, the big Quantula.
Yes, the Quantula, yes.
Did you see what they went with? 2 trucks of stuff. Dana, so fetch stand fridge,
Everything.
a whole house. All
it
they
has
need to do is
become-
just walk in now. And like you said, from what used to be a traditional thing of matoke, mutungulu, nyanya, biti, katunguma. Now it's ridiculous. It's unsustainable.
Okay.
Now, Western.
Western is more or less the same. Because they will ask for cows. You already have these
Those ones
cows.
normally are
No,
there.
no, they're there.
Milk, you always go with your milk. You have also the traditional dress codes. They're already there. But now the current trend right now, people are being dressed up in uniforms. Before even you begin.
Tailor-made stuff.
Tailor-made stuff. And people come and pick from Equatorial Mall or whatever. The suit goes for around 1 million.
Can you imagine?
Jesus.
Now, if we have around 10 guys, how many are those? It's a lot of investment. So now when a poor guy cannot now afford, what will he do? He has to shy away from
Yeah.
from getting
The entire process becomes a melee.
completely uninvested.
It's unsustainable, Gaetano, I'm telling you.
Okay.
And that's the
It's
truth.
also-
Yes,
it's
we
also
want
fair.
family, we want you to be a part of it, we want you to do everything. But at the end of the day, when you guys walk out that door, it's me and her.
True.
Abantaba. True. And when she's saying, I'm one ataina mata, be like, omenye chizibu chabadeo, twaguze mu create sinyaza bia jo. Kumanga twende watu ina abagenyi.
Okay, guys.
So really, what are you doing?
Fair enough, but remember this. I am not just marrying you. I am marrying
The family.
your family.
You and family.
And if I do not embrace them in this social gathering, when will I?
No,
I have to have. Marcus, let me finish.
I'll come and visit you.
I have to. You come and visit me.
I'll come and visit you with my
When the
wife
child is
later.
born,
Yes.
you come
When
from-
I'm ready, I'll
No,
come.
no, Okello.
But I'm not going to break back just so that I can make you happy. No. Have you given me a daughter? Yes. Cheers.
That's the most important.
Yes.
That's the most important.
When you make the wedding and that whole bill, if they can be passed tomorrow, I'll be the happiest human being. Not that I need it. But yes, when you make the wedding, and Okuna said it, when
So
you
you
make the
guys-
wedding more important than the marriage,
So
you're finished.
You are for this bill passing and becoming law?
Yes, for me, I am
150%.
for that bill because it does not eliminate the traditional marriage, but they are talking about reception, expensive reception,
Okay.
which has now become a trend. Somebody cannot afford it, it will begin to run away. We have our ladies who are.
But let me quickly ask you this question, very quickly. The limit on bride price, because it's part of that bill.
Yes.
Do we need to regulate this bride price stuff? Because everybody, depending on how they woke up, that figure comes up depending on my mood. There's no regulation of whatsoever. And like you said, people make the bill and say, Gaetano does, at least from this family. What initially was 5 cows goes to 15. There has to be some sort
So
of
there are
regulation.
regulations by price as well?
There should be a limit. The only problem now, I blame the government because now they have privatized or liberalized everything. We're in a laissez-faire economy. But a human being is equivalent to the other one. Nobody is different. So if you can set a standard, no matter the case, that when you want to pay bride price, I think this is now the work of the traditional institutions.
Or we should say that bride price is 20% of your income. So depending on your income,
What if I don't declare my income?
then you're a liar. But still, what I'm saying, of you declare 20% of what we know. So if Okuna has 9 businesses, but he declares only one, well, 20% of that one.
So it is good to regulate this bill, so that if maybe maximum, you can go for maybe between 5 and 10.
There.
Let's have beginning
Cows.
and the maximum,
Eh,
so
not
that
more
nobody
than
goes beyond this, because you need these 2 people to also begin a good life tomorrow.
Yeah.
Aware that in that home you don't have only one son.
Yeah.
Okay, you might be having around 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now if every bride is supposed to take about 20, at the end of the day these boys will begin
They'll be poor.
running away.
They'll be very poor. They'll say they'll stop.
Secondly, our girls are going to be without husbands.
Yes. Guys, we start running away.
And we can't have that. We can't have that. Mr. Okunu.
We are.
Mr. Okunu.
Yes, please.
Thank you so much.
Can I propose like you know how you normally say, do you take this woman to bed? Do you promise to finish your beer till death until finish it in the glass?
Amen.
I do.
I do.
Another round. Powered by Stanbic Bank.